When Lambo, I'm such a degen.
Welcome to Degenny from the blockchain, where we DeFi logic. Thank you for joining me in this episode where we will be going through the month of July 2023 and what a month it was. Just to be clear, I'm doing this live stream and I'm going to show all my content from July because, we spend a lot of time on YouTube, and we watch videos. They come, they go. A lot of them are timely, so they only really mean anything at a certain amount of time, right? But I like to, kind of just replay the month of July in full video form because, I just want to bring back the videos one more time before, we kind of forget about them. So, it's not like a season or a series of television shows or anything like that you would go back and watch again. So, yeah, just to recap July, it was crazy. Let's not waste any more time. I want to thank everybody for tuning in now, for tuning in later, for watching any second of any of Degenny from the blockchain videos. I truly appreciate it. So jump in and out as you wish for the next couple of hours and relive the month of July 2023 in crypto and all the crazy stuff that happened. Thank you so much. This is not financial advice. Thank you for watching, and let's get to it. Filecoin is not a security, and that is according to the US Congress.
When Lambo, I'm such a degen.
Welcome to Degenny from the blockchain, where we DeFi logic, and in this episode, we're going to go through the timeline of Filecoin being deemed a security by the SEC. And this goes all the way back into May. Actually, it goes back into April, but we'll get to that later. This goes back to May 17th to be exact. On the Decrypt website, there's an article that says the SEC believes Filecoin is a security. Grayscale warns investors. The SEC said Grayscale has to withdraw its Filecoin trust application because the Filecoin is an unregistered security. And then, of course, if you fast forward a couple weeks later, we have the SEC suing Binance and Coinbase, Binance US and Coinbase. So actually, no, it was Binance. But on the Binance US exchange and Coinbase, the SEC said 68 cryptos are now seen as securities by the SEC. And those are just the ones that they listed. But if you scroll down, yeah, we know a lot of the big players like Matic and Cardano and Atom. But if you see here, Filecoin is right there. So that was after one particular event in Congress on April 27th, 2023. So this was about 20 days before that Decrypt article saying Filecoin might be seen as a security by the SEC. And then, of course, the lawsuits that came later. But this congressperson from Florida, Byron Donalds, is very, very pro crypto, and he's a pretty fiery guy in the chamber at these hearings in Congress. He's here on the way right side there, sitting on the end, and he usually goes last. In the two hearings that I watched in April-ish, it was the one where Gary Gensler was being roasted, and now this one, Byron Donalds goes last, but he really brings the heat. And it's interesting that they bring up Filecoin and listen to, first of all, Byron Donalds and what he has to say about enforcement by the SEC rather than rulemaking.
Yeah, some serious questions that is going to need to address. And let's just be very clear, the SEC or the CFTC or frankly any other agency has not been empowered by Congress to just decide this stuff on the fly. Sorry, relative commissioners and chairmen that exist around this town, we've not authorized you to do that.
Exactly. So Byron Donalds is saying that Congress as a whole has not authorized the SEC to enforce action on rules that do not exist because Congress makes those rules and they haven't come up with crypto regulation yet. So let's keep that in mind. And if we just fast forward a few minutes, we'll hear his take on Filecoin as he's talking to this gentleman about digital assets.
may need additional resources given the size and scope of digital commodity markets. But they do have that expertise, and the professional staff there is well equipped to understand the underlying commodity market.
Okay. Mr. Zweiholm, can you elaborate on some of the incompatibilities between the digital asset marketplace and traditional financial structure marketplaces?
Sure. Well, so as we've talked about many times in this hearing, there are lots of digital assets that have functional uses. So in order to use Filecoin, for example, I don't believe Filecoin is a security, but if somebody did, if Congress was to say, or the SEC was to say Filecoin is a security, then everybody that touches Filecoin would need to be a regulated intermediary.
Hey, real quick, let me just say, as a member of Congress, Filecoin is not a security. But continue, go ahead.
Better than me.
Isn't that great? So yeah, Byron Donalds is clarifying that Filecoin is not a security because Congress has not come down with any crypto regulation to say these crypto are securities and these are not under these rules that we just made. But the SEC is enforcing those rules that don't exist yet. So it just doesn't make any sense, right? So Filecoin is not a security. And as that gentleman just mentioned, Filecoin, you would buy Filecoin to store your data and use the FIL coin, Phil coin. I don't want to have a Jim Cramer event here, but the Phil token, Filecoin, you're able to store your data in a decentralized way using Filecoin, right? So that's not a security. That I've said this so many times. A security or a stock, let's say, for example, you cannot do anything with. You just have this certificate that says, I own a small portion of this company, but Filecoin is actually like Filecoin is a coin that you use to interact with the Filecoin ecosystem and store your data in a decentralized way. And as we saw, this was about 2 weeks before, or 2 to 3 weeks before the Decrypt article that says that the SEC sees Filecoin as a security possibly. And then 2 weeks after that article, the SEC comes down on Binance and Coinbase saying that Filecoin is a security among a bunch of other assets. And then about 6 weeks before that lawsuit was filed, you saw Congressman Byron Donalds in the Future of Digital Assets, Identifying the Regulatory Gaps in Digital Asset video stream from the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services official YouTube channel. Byron Donalds literally said Filecoin is not a security and Congress makes the rules. The SEC cannot enforce rules that do not exist, basically. And there you go. Filecoin is not a security according to U.S. Congress. What does that mean? Does that mean that we're going to have crypto regulation soon? Does Congress have a certain framework in place that we don't know about yet that's soon to come out? What do you think? Let me know your comments below on your take on this video and how Filecoin is not a security, says the US Congress, and that the SEC cannot enforce these rules that don't exist. I'd like to see what you have to say below, but always do your own research because this is not financial advice. It's just my blockchain reaction, and thank you for watching. Could Quant reach the price of Bitcoin as it teams up with the Bank of England with its Overledger platform?
When Lambo, I'm such a degen.
Welcome to Degenny from the blockchain, where we DeFi logic. And in this episode, we're going to talk about Quant teaming up with the Bank of England as Quant is starting to implement its technology into mainstream finance. Let's get into it and then talk about what this means. So if we go to Quant's website from June 16th, we have Quant collaborates with BIS and the Bank of England on Project Rosalind. Okay, we're proud to announce our role as part of the vendor team for Project Rosalind. The project, led by the Bank for International Settlements and the Bank of England, explored how application programming interfaces could be used for central bank digital currency systems. Okay, Project Rosalind, directed by the BIS Innovation Hub London Center, has been testing how APIs could facilitate retail payments in CBDCs and support the exploration of innovative CBDC use cases. look, we know CBDCs are coming. It's been reported that this month in July, we should see the Fed now CBDC rails open up and be expected that people start using it. So that's pretty scary. But to see that Quant is teaming up with the Bank of England to facilitate, retail payments in CBDCs, I mean, that's very bullish, I think, for the price of Quant. Okay, we can get into the morals of crypto versus traditional finance too, but in terms of price action alone, this is good for Quant. The project looks specifically at a public-private sector collaboration model in which the public sector would provide core infrastructure and the private sector would produce consumer-facing applications. Collaborating with many participants in the ecosystem, the project has proven that APIs could play a key role in enabling CBDC systems to deliver a range of benefits in terms of payments, functionality, and security. APIs could play a key role in enabling CBDC systems to deliver a range of benefits in terms of payments, functionality, and security. I mean, if there's going to be a use case for crypto in terms of like mainstream, everyday use, it would be crypto payments, wouldn't it? Payments functionality, that's pretty cool. Another important outcome was innovation through exploring use cases, a world first that tested how CBDCs could support a more digitalized economy in the future. We contributed to the work in designing and developing API functionalities to support innovation and to enable private sector programmability. Yeah, programmability. I mean, that's what a CBDC is. It's basically programmed money, which can be pretty scary, and that's a topic for another episode. But again, if Quant is actually going to be used, a lot of crypto right now is speculation still, because not much in technology with crypto and some of these projects have been implemented into the mainstream. Sure, you can do a lot in the DeFi and within Web3, but like implementation worldwide where it's not even thought of that you're using an app that's built on Web3, that's not here yet. So we worked with our partners, UST, which is not, I looked it up, that is not Terra USD in that debacle, so don't worry. A leading digital transformation company on the project, with the Quant team providing the underlying infrastructure and blockchain platform, secure smart contracts, and interoperability of central bank ledgers. Whew. Look at that. Interoperability of central bank ledgers and secure smart contracts and interoperability of central bank ledgers. If you don't see why this is bullish, just for the price of Quant, let's say, we'll keep it simple, then you got to do some more research. I mean, if Quant is the technology used by, let's just say here, the Bank of England, which I assume has a huge, huge market overseas, not in the United States, and they're going to be using Quant technology to bridge themselves into Web3 and blockchain blockchain payments and blockchain activity. That's bullish. And we'll just finish with Gilbert Verdian, the founder and CEO of Quant, says, for the first time, money is ready for the digital age. A CBDC will enable citizens and businesses to automate cumbersome payments and processes and implement logic into money. For commercial banks and other institutions, the opportunity to apply this programmability to create innovative new products that differentiate themselves from challengers and competitors is almost endless. We encourage every bank and financial institution to read the Project Rosalind report and start planning their smart money infrastructure strategy. They're calling it smart money. Gilbert Verdian is saying infrastructure strategy. Ooh. So that's bullish, okay? And if we just go to at BlockCap on Twitter, this is from July 2nd, okay? July 2nd, it's quote retweeting Quant from July 1st with the quote that they have there. And they're saying, in case you missed it, Quant Network's Overledger platform used by the Bank of England is now publicly available to any business. Hashtag or $Quant. So the Overledger platform is live. I mean, this is so exciting that crypto is starting to get implemented into everyday use by major financial institutions, at least this one being the Bank of England. So I just think that's bullish for the price of Quant. And where are we with the price of Quant? This is July 4th. Happy 4th of July to all the United States people and anybody who celebrates the independence of the United States. Quant is sitting at $108. Okay, about a $1.5 billion market cap. And we're looking at the tokenomics here, a circulating supply of 14.5 million tokens. And then you say, oh, wait, that's not that much that's available right now in the circulating supply. The price must be pretty high, which versus a lot of crypto, it is $108. Then you may ask, well, what's the significance? Well, the answer is this. The total supply is basically already out. 14.6 million, 14.5 million are on the market right now. So as you can see, the inflation of this token is virtually zero, okay? And it's already at a $1.5 billion market cap. So let's go to our handy dandy, let's do a comparison. If Quant is going to be implemented worldwide on payment rails, in crypto payment rails, blockchain payment rails, and ledgers by big banks, let's just see how high that might get and what the price might be for Quant at that point. If we say Ethereum, we're talking 5-10 years down the line, let's say. Ethereum here is sitting at a $233 billion market cap, okay? So let's go to compare coins, a feature on CoinGecko. And we will type in Quant here for coin A and compare it to ETH. That would be a $16,000 Quant coin if Quant grows to Ethereum's market cap right now, 233 billion. You would see that nearly 150x gains would be made if you get into Quant right now and you hold it to the potential moment where Quant is used around the world by many big institutions and sits at a market cap of $233 billion, which again, maybe 5-10 years from now, $233 billion would only be like what a coin is at $10 million right now, which is pretty common in the top 10 and certainly in a bull market. So can you imagine getting a Quant right now and then having it go 150x? And if you get a few Quant, you have $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 just like that by buying a few $100 worth now. Look, this is not financial advice, but I'm DCAing into Quant for sure. And I love its technology and I love the potential price action because I'm in here to make money. The saying is that you come for the money, but you stay for the tech or something like that. Well, I haven't made my money yet in crypto, and I'm trying to do that in the next bull run in 2025. Do I think it's going to reach this in the next bull run? Absolutely not. I think Quant is going to get to around a 4-figure coin, about $1,000, which is a 10x from here, roughly. That just seems about right. You don't want to get too greedy, but you also want to make some money. So looking at a 10x is what I think it could do. And I don't know. Whoops. How many Quant do you have? If you care to share, let me know below. I have 2. I've DCA'd a little bit over the past few months and have been able to get 2 because I'm spreading my DCA over 5, 6, and up to 8 coins at one point. I'm starting to consolidate that down. But as of now, 2 Quant is what I have. I'm looking to get up to 10 by the peak of the next bull run. And then don't know what I'm going to do. Obviously sell. Yeah, what am I saying? Take your profits. But anyway, Quant, could it become a $16,000 coin one day? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I say yes. I say yes. And if it doesn't, maybe we didn't wait long enough. I don't know. But just think 5-10 years down the road, if crypto is a $10 trillion market cap 10 years from now, and it 10x's basically in market cap value from where it is right now, there's going to be a lot of implementation from these crypto projects into the mainstream and into everyday use. There's also going to be big banks working hopefully with Quant, and you can see the Bank of England in this video, and what I went through is already working with Quant and using their technology. So if it's all speculation, but if this and other things happen with Quant, why couldn't it reach a $233 billion market cap in about 10 years and reach what Ethereum is right now, because ETH and Bitcoin at that point, you would assume, are in the trillions. So yeah, why not? And then if you can accumulate, let's say 5 or even 10 quant, you'd have 6 figures just for letting something grow over time because you did your research. Make sure you always do your research, because this is not financial advice. It's just my blockchain reaction. Thank you for watching. Monkeys token, which is linked to Elon Musk's official Twitter list, is building a floor right now. Is it time to get in? And there's tons of updates on the way that are very, very big. We're going to break it down.
When Lambo, I'm such a degen.
Welcome to Degenny from the blockchain, where we DeFi logic. And in this episode, we're going to go through the updates that are coming with Monkeys token. And let's just jump right into it. Anybody who is unaware of what Monkeys token is, here's their Twitter. You can follow them at Monkeys token. And if you just click on the website, there we go. You can see Elon Musk's only Twitter list Monkeys token was created off of. And if we click on that Monkeys list, we can see it right here. The update on how many people are actually following this thing is 41,000. 41,000 followers, and you can see there are no tweets yet. We are waiting, and the speculation is that if Elon Musk tweets something on this list, that Monkeys is going to blow up. And if we take a look at the price chart right now, you can see that it initially had a huge run up, as most meme coins do after sitting on the floor there for a while. And you can see this kind of like reverse downwards parabola. We're flattening out, aren't we? So yeah, look at the market cap. It's sitting under 5 million right now. So, but getting into Monkeys and the updates that are big coming down the line is, for anybody who's not aware, again, if we go to Michael Robeson, the Monkey Man, oh, he's in a Twitter space right now. He is on board with Monkeys token. And if you go through his feed, you're going to see a lot of his videos and images from him at his Monkeys Sanctuary, where he rescues monkeys and cares for them. And there's a lot of them. And he is also the press secretary for Joe Exotic, who's running for president in 2024. But yeah, Michael, there he is, Michael Robeson, caring for monkeys and other little creatures. So the update that was from January 30th, let me get to it. The team shared an update on what is going on with Monkeys token. So playing the recording from June 30th, Rich, who is a filmmaker, spoke on the official Telegram space or update, whatever you want to call it, and talked about a documentary that is in the works. Let's listen.
For that. Now, in touching the documentary that we will be filming beginning in August, possibly the 3rd week of August, the mental health aspect of how Michael is going to be helping people saving and rehabbing monkeys, but also building this sanctuary for monkeys and a place where people can be surrounded by monkeys and be helped in a positive way. It's so incredible. Today I was out shopping and I just saw some kids that had autism. I saw a kid that was having a seizure, and that really just connected me to this project and saying, oh my God, we are doing something so amazing. Like, what other project is doing something like this? Nothing. Nothing in the space is doing something that is life-changing. So the documentary that we're looking to do in August and a little bit in September is a documentary that's going to focus on people that are changing lives. And Michael is such a unique individual, somebody who is changing lives. I've learned through phone conversations with him what an amazing human being he is. and we are so blessed to have him. So thank you for bringing him on board. This is incredible. Again, we're looking to do a documentary series that's going to be pitched to major networks. We don't know who's going to pick it up because we're in such a preliminary stages right now, but it is going to touch on the mental health aspect and also how people are changing, these special people in this world that are changing lives. Michael being the main person.
Wow. Wow. So you just heard there from Rich that they're making a documentary to be filmed in August featuring Michael Robeson, the monkey sanctuary man who cares for and saves monkeys. And it's going to be linked to mental health and helping humanity worldwide. And that is directly linked to Monkey's Token. How can it not be? Because Robeson is officially part of that team. And I clarified here, you can see in the Telegram channel, I asked a question right here because I was unsure. I didn't know if there were 2 documentaries in the works or just this one that was referenced for August. And an official admin from Monkey's Token responded to me saying, Rich will be doing a different documentary that will be filming around August. The documentary that Michael wrapped up was for Netflix, but networks were still bidding on it. So what this stems from was Netflix has already wrapped up a documentary with Michael Robeson that's going to help out Monkey's Token directly or indirectly. I mean, it's just innately linked. They're innately linked together because Michael is part of the Monkeys team. So there's that is already wrapped that's going to air on Netflix. And then the one we just heard about from the update that I clarified with the admin here is another one dealing with mental health and how Michael and his monkey sanctuary are going to be helping people. Super, super, super bullish. And yeah, going to change lives. And then at 30J, which is part of the marketing team, recently came on, elaborated more on these projects.
Excited for this. Yeah, that documentary, Michael is doing crazy things. I heard of Michael a long time before I had even realized he was involved with monkeys. Winston on IG, just finding joy in those videos and seeing what they're up to. There's a lot of guys that I follow that are, represent charitable donations for animals, especially. And then, when you have a goal for a real mental health change, it's something truly inspiring. So, yeah, we're gonna do what we can. We're gonna get the guys on board, start using these organic methods, get out there on TikTok. There's a ton more content. Monkey Man's got so much lined up that we could easily take and get out there, and we could all work together to champion these causes and make a difference and have fun at the same time. It's really cool. It's really exciting. Definitely going to be showing up on July 8th, watching that thing and pushing in the background even more.
Yeah, and if I could just continue just a little longer, we will be gathering a lot of content for you when we start filming that will be used to help this project explode. This project is not just, I hate to even say meme coin, it's just a beautiful project. So
it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's really a life-changing project. And we talk about finances and all, and making money and changing our own life or wealth, but when we can actually change humanity and make a difference, and giving exposure to to people that are doing amazing things. We're going to be helping charities give them a lot of exposure through this series, including mainly Michael's, but there's going to be other people that are doing amazing things in this world, and we're going to be spreading their word, so that we can help them change lives.
Help them change lives. You heard it there from Rich, the filmmaker, and before that, that was Jay, new member of the Monkeys Token that recently came on for marketing, talking about how there's going to be a lot of content coming up, and what they're shooting in August, there's going to be a lot of content from. So we should be seeing a lot of bullish updates coming from Monkeys token over the next couple of months. And yeah, what was mentioned there on July 8th is that Monkeys token is sponsoring a podcast featuring Joe Exotic, who's running for president in 2024. And Monkeys token is going to be, or is sponsoring that podcast, which is, it's just one thing, but still pretty bullish there because there's probably going to be tens of thousands of people who view that or listen to that podcast. So that's great. And then finally, finishing it up, you heard in some of these audio clips that Monkey Man is mentioned. Michael Robeson, we know as Monkey Man, but also the creator of Monkeys token is Monkey Man in this Telegram channel. And with all the bullishness that we just went through, he has one final word for anybody who is in Monkeys token and who is thinking about selling. He believes, I'll let you hear it, but he believes that there's a long way to go and it's an upwards direction for Monkeys token. So let's listen to that right now as one final word.
Instead of pushing something real that's going to be way more valuable than all of them combined, because they'll all be zero within a month, 6 months, a year from now. I know we're going to billions. And I don't care if people don't believe me. I know there's a handful of you guys in here. There's probably 10, 20 that understand it and get it. The other ones just wait to get their entry and get out. And I'm cool with that. You're going to miss out. And
you're going to miss out, he says. He believes that Monkeys token is going to go to $1 billion in market cap, or that's at least what I got out of it. He's saying this is going to be $1 billion token. And he talked about at the beginning, there was a little cutoff, how other meme coins are just pump and dumps, scams, and they just go to zero over time. Monkeys token is much more than a meme, much more than a meme is what he's referring to, and that it's going to go to billions, he believes. And there are a lot of teases that you hear in these updates that are coming down the road that I can't wait to hear more about. So Monkeys token has a lot coming up, and we'll just recap real quick what we got here. Monkeys token update, a Netflix documentary featuring Michael Robeson wrapped in June, and a documentary featuring Robeson and his monkey sanctuary is filming in August. Those are two separate documentaries. And then Monkeys token, as we all know by now, I hope, is linked to Elon Musk's Twitter list called Monkeys. And the speculation is that if he posts anything on that list, that Monkeys is going to the moon. So, that's a great update coming from the team, I think. That was the first time I listened in on one of the updates because I finally have enough, Monkeys token myself, where, there can be pretty significant life-changing gains. $5 million market cap to a $1 billion market cap at this point, right now, where we are in Monkeys token, is a 200x, if we're going to go there. And hopefully these documentaries help in that, and Michael Robeson's work with the team and with Monkeys and helping people in humanity with their mental health at the very least. What do you think below? Are you into Monkeys token? What do you think of all this news? Leave a comment down below. Do your own research, because this is not financial advice. It's just my blockchain reaction. Thank you for watching. Charles Hoskinson has a plan to market Cardano, and it is out of this world.
When Lambo, I'm such a degen.
Welcome to Degenny from the blockchain, where we DeFi logic. And in this episode, we're going to look back at Charles Hoskinson's recent visit to Papua New Guinea in search for alien technology in the ocean. So, if anybody is unsure at this point what went on, Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, has funded a recovery mission with Harvard professor Avi Loeb near Papua New Guinea, and it's to recover potential alien tech, artifact, craft, something alien from off planet, deep inside the ocean or deep on the ocean floor near Papua New Guinea, in a potential UFO crash from 2014. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here, so let's get right into it. First, if anybody is unaware of what Oumuamua is, from space.com, this was published in 2022. Will we ever know the true nature of Oumuamua, the first interstellar visitor? What Oumuamua was you can see here in this image. It's a cigar-shaped, very oblong, elongated asteroid-looking object that very mysteriously orbited pretty close to Earth and definitely within our solar system, an odd U-shaped that kind of came in and swung around and left. And it was only for like a month or two or something like that it was so close that you could actually observe it. And it was from 2017 or 2018. I'm seeing here October 19th, 2017. And an anecdote for everybody. I met Avi Loeb, the Harvard professor that researched Oumuamua intensively, and he's created what's called the Galileo Project with his Harvard students and faculty, and they're doing alien research. And he believes that another Oumuamua-like object has crashed into the ocean near Papua New Guinea in 2014 from evidence and research that he has found that's out there for everybody to see. But an anecdote, I've worked with Avi Loeb on a media project, let's just call it that. Through the career I've taken in television, I've been lucky enough to work with Avi Loeb, not super directly, but be on a production that included Avi Loeb as the feature. And we talked about Oumuamua, and I met him. He's such a fun guy, just kind of like a kid energy, a childish energy, and he's super into, alien technology and trying to find, answers of what might be out there. So very compelling. And now fast forward to 2023, where he's trying to find funding for this mission to look for potential alien technology at the bottom of the ocean. Charles Hoskinson comes on board with his curiosity and his childlike nature of exploration. And some tweets from June 19th and June 21st show Charles Hoskinson on the ship with Avi Loeb, with obviously some sort of recovery technology of deep ocean exploration. And you can see here, it was on June 23rd that Charles Hoskinson posted that they found some mysterious metals. So it's currently being evaluated, and I'm sure we'll find out more. But how cool is that the founder of Cardano is searching for alien technology? But why is this significant? Getting to the whole point of this video, the significance is this. Charles Hoskinson had an interesting take on the whole recovery mission, and he talked about it here on his last live stream when he returned. This is from 7 days ago, a week ago. He talks about what they found, what they potentially could find more of, and 644, and why he decided to do it, but at the end, how it could be good for Cardano. Let's go to the clip.
I started following Oumuamua and all the amazing progress that Avi Loeb was making out of Harvard. And I thought it was really cool that he was starting internet's lack of prescience. Years ago, I started following Oumuamua and all the amazing progress that Avi Loeb was making out of Harvard. And I thought it was really cool that he was starting to put an expedition together. And once he announced that he was looking for funding, I called him up and said, Avi, I'd love to work with you and find a way to get you the resources that you need to be able to go and recover it. Because when you look at the science, it was very clear to me that the object IM1 that we potentially may have recovered, we're still verifying that at Berkeley and Harvard, is probably interstellar, meaning it's older than our solar system and it came from a very far away place, which is a truly impressive and extraordinary thing. And it would be the first interstellar object of that nature ever recovered. So I said, it'd be real cool to document it. And he said, well, if you fund it, Netflix will come. So Jason Cohen from Netflix actually traveled with us, and they're doing a 90-minute documentary on our quest to Papua New Guinea. So hopefully that comes out soon. These things, if you look at the ratings, usually have about 50 million people who watch. Avi Loeb was also on the Joe Rogan Experience. So, it's great to look for these things, but it's also great to get some exposure and be able to show a human element of curiosity. And I think it's great marketing and it's great visibility for who we are, what we're about, and our commitment to good science.
Great. Wow, great exposure. And what did he say? Let's listen to it one more time.
These things, but it's also great to get some exposure and be able to show a human element of curiosity. And I think it's great marketing and it's great visibility.
Yeah, great exposure, great marketing, great visibility is what he's saying. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Cardano is basically, we're going to see Charles Hoskinson on a Netflix documentary about alien search or search for alien technology and search for alien artifacts deep inside an ocean. And Charles Hoskinson is going to be not front and center, but certainly you would think he's going to be a big part of the documentary, or at least be seen in it as the Cardano founder, right? And space exploration or alien tech curiosity, person, whatever, that funded this whole trip, okay? And that's great exposure for Cardano. 50 million mainstream people, or 50 million people who are into alien stuff and UFO stuff are going to be watching this, according to him. So that is great marketing exposure. So you can see here, I have alien-based marketing for ADA. What could this do for the price of ADA? Probably not anything in the bear market, as we know. But this documentary, let's say it takes 1 year to come out. I think he said in his live stream, Charles said, a few months, hopefully it's out or something like that. But let's just say it comes out in a year or within 10 months, something like that. What's the time frame? The Bitcoin halving in April, right? So, that could be bullish for Cardano. Look, it has nothing to do with the blockchain. It has nothing to do with with ADA as a token. But we know that any exposure to a mass audience is good for something that is connected to the price of something. I know that's pretty vague, but that's just the way I can articulate it right now. So alien-based marketing for ADA, why not? What do you think? I want to know your comments below, or I want to see your comments below. You know what? What do you think this is going to do to the ADA price? And number two, do you believe in aliens? And have we been visited before? Thank you so much for watching. Do your own research as Charles Hoskinson and Avi Loeb are doing with their team. Do your own alien research because this is not financial advice. It's just my blockchain reaction. Thank you for watching. Hey, thank you for watching to the very end. And before you go, please subscribe to the channel, crank up that like button, drop a comment and share the video. If you want to join me on the View It platform, the Web3 streaming platform, I'm going to migrate all my content over there and create new content on the blockchain. My referral link is in the description below. Standard Chartered Bank, headquartered in London, has said that Bitcoin is going to 120,000. But wait.
When Lambo, I'm such a degen.
Welcome to Degenny from the blockchain, where we DeFi logic. And in this episode, let's go through what Standard Chartered Bank said, based out of London. that Bitcoin is going to 120,000. That sounds bullish, but does it? Let's go right to the article from CoinDesk from July 10th, where it shows us that Bitcoin could rise to 120K by the end of 2024, says Standard Chartered. The bank previously said it expected the crypto to reach 100,000 by then. That was back in April, just a couple months ago. But that 100,000 there, that's the stain I'm going to be talking about in a couple minutes. But let's go through this article from July 10th. Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency by market value, could rise to $50,000 by the end of this year and up to $120,000 by the end of 2024. Standard Chartered Bank said in a research report Monday. This is very, very interesting. These words here, said in a research report Monday. And again, we'll get to that in just a minute. The British multinational bank increased its Bitcoin price forecast from 100,000 predicted in April. Okay, they also had another prediction of 100,000 2 years ago. Standard Chartered said at the time that Bitcoin had the potential to reach that level because of several factors, one of them being the banking sector crisis. Quote, "We now think this estimate is too conservative and we therefore see upside to our end 2024 target." Back in April 2023, Standard Chartered said Bitcoin could go to 100,000 by the end of 2024, and they just upped it to 120,000 by the end of 2024. We don't have to read the rest of it. Let's get real now. Because the point of this is that a major financial institution, Standard Chartered, says that Bitcoin is going to 120K in 2 years, less than 2 years at the end of next year, and to 50,000 by the end of 2023. First of all, why do we care that much about what big banks say? Because we know they're manipulating the market, and they're just manipulating, financial markets in general across the board. But anyway, we're bullish on that because a big bank is saying Bitcoin is going to 120K. Like, we need them to tell us that, right? But what did Standard Chartered say from a research team that they put together 2 years ago in September of 2021? They said Bitcoin is going to 100K by the end of the 2021 bull run, or by early 2022. That did not come true. So let's break that down. We go here to Reuters from September 8th, 2021. Standard Chartered sees Bitcoin hitting 100K by early next year. That's interesting, isn't it? It certainly did not do that. So why are we going to be believing them this year or next year, right? This is 2 years ago. 2 years ago. A new cryptocurrency research team. Didn't we just hear that in this CoinDesk article? Chartered Bank said in a research report on Monday. Boy, they're doing a lot of research and not coming through on what they say. Or Bitcoin's not coming through on what their coveted research is putting together. But anyway, a new cryptocurrency research team at Standard Chartered has predicted Bitcoin will double in value and hit 100K by early next year, and that it could be worth as much as 175K longer term. The bank also said it structurally valued Ethereum, the second most traded crypto asset, at $26,000 to $35,000, although to reach that level, Bitcoin would have to be near 175K. All right, in quote, "As a medium of exchange, Bitcoin may become the dominant peer-to-peer payment method for the global unbanked in a future cashless world." That's correct. That's what we believe too as crypto enthusiasts. Standard Chartered's new crypto research unit. They keep saying research unit. I mean, look, we have our favorite people on YouTube that is our research team, and ourselves included. We don't need a big bank to put together a research team to tell us the price of where Bitcoin is going to go. There's plenty of great TA people out there like Alexo Crypto, that can show you where the Bitcoin price could go. Okay. It's as simple as that. Crypto Empire, Connor from Crypto Empire is a stellar TA guy. So Standard Charter's new crypto research unit, headed by Jeffrey Kendrick, who is also the global head of its emerging market currency research, said in a note to clients Tuesday. Yeah, clinically, we expect a peak around 100K in late 2021 or early 2022. There it is. There it is. So what's hot today is the headline that Standard Chartered Bank says that Bitcoin is going to 120K by the end of 2024. Don't we know that the bull run is 2025? We could see some uptick in price in 2024, but going off the 4-year cycle theory, if we saw peaks in 2021, we would see peaks in 2025, not 2024. So keep that in mind and what this big bank is saying from the UK. They made an incorrect prediction at the peak of the 2021 bull run of 100K. We all were wrong for sure. They were just drinking the Kool-Aid, just like we all were, trying to get to 100K, trying to push that price up. So when Standard Chartered says that by the end of 2024, we're going to 120K, just be cautious. Just be cautious, of what you read, and know that nothing is certain in the crypto market, right? So yeah, so Standard Chartered back in 2021, 2 years ago, said that Bitcoin is going to 100K, just like all of us were, again. So I mean, not to fault Standard Chartered for saying that, but they have this facade that they have this huge research team, or this really good research team putting all this stuff together, when you and I can just go back to the 4-year cycles and kind of do that same research and come up with the same conclusions. The point here is you don't need a big financial bank, traditional financial bank, to tell you where Bitcoin is going. You are the Bitcoin community. You are the ones that are going to implement Bitcoin mainstream because of all the billions of people, hopefully, that'll be using it, right? And then it cannot be ignored. So Standard Chartered being totally incorrect 2 years ago and then saying some crazy 120K number in an accumulation period, let's say. I still believe 2024 is an accumulation period, at least until the summer after the halving, maybe. So about a year from now, maybe we'll start to see a rise. But if you go back to 2020, we kind of saw that liftoff, by the end of 2020, leading into the 2021 bull run. So Standard Chartered said Bitcoin to 100K back 2 years ago, never happened. Now they're saying Bitcoin to 120K by the end of 2024 in a supposed accumulation period. Just seems off to me. I mean, the other thing here is the Bitcoin ETFs. If those get approved and Ripple wins the lawsuit against the SEC, and Coinbase and Binance also have favorable outcomes in their lawsuits with the SEC,